Kashyapa was strong in mind. Who would think of building a palace on bare rock 200 feet high with fountain gardens, royal gardens, summer palaces, terraced gardens, assembly halls, etc., with beautiful paintings adorning the walls, other than a man with a strong aesthetic sense and determination? The artists who were responsible for the drawing, showing freely the exciting and intrinsic beauty of the damsels, would not be in harmony with the king in thought and ideas. Padmavidhana interpreted these pictures as Vijulata and Meghalata, meaning clouds and wind. Would he have said so to harmonize the paintings with the aesthetic thinking of the king? This palace complex would have been illuminated by the rays of the sun and the light of the moon. During daytime, the sun rays were made to reflect to the spot it was needed. This shows how the sun rays that fell on the pond reflect to illuminate the Sigiriya frescoes. Though it is believed that this backdrop of paintings had once extended in a wide band across the western face of the rock, today only 22 fragmentary surviving paintings are seen.
I think we find here the best paintings of damsels so far found in Sri Lanka's paintings. Today only 22 frescoes are seen. The poems on the mirror wall reveal that there had been over 500 paintings adorning one-third of the west bank of the rock. These paintings reveal the aesthetic sense King Kashyapa had.
The king has had a gala garden festival each year for prosperity. The artists inspired by the beauty around them would have drawn these pictures. After the abandonment of the palace in the 5th century, Sigiriya became a place of pilgrimage. Greatly inspired by the paintings, our ancestors have composed poems addressed mostly to the ladies depicted in them. They have written them on the highly polished surface of the mirror wall just below the painting gallery. Though King Kashyapa was a carefree ruler, he had the time to be absorbed in religious activities. He constructed a Buddhist vihara in the name of his 2 daughters, Bodhi and Utpalavanna, and himself. It is known as the Bodhi Utpalavanna Kasupgiri Vihara. He also renovated Buddhist viharas in the vicinity. Pidurangala Vihara, which houses the world's oldest statue of the recumbent Buddha, is situated to the south of Sigiriya rock. The statue was destroyed by treasure hunters many years ago. Had Kashyapa seen it destroyed, what would he have thought? Some scholars have interpreted that the apsaras in the fresco paintings are princesses worshipping at the Pidurangala Vihara. Legend says that there is a gold lotus in this pond and that it will surface someday when the water dries up. There are many archaeological findings surrounding the Pidurangala Vihara. It is believed that King Kashyap's remains were buried in the surrounding area. Pidurangala, situated in a beautiful location, was the only vihara that the king could see from his palace on the Sigiriya rock. The lion staircase plateau with its chambers, buildings and pavilions and the great lion itself is no more. Today, what remains are the two colossal paws and a mass of brick masonry surrounding the ancient limestone steps. Observing what remains, one could believe that there would have been a majestic face of a lion, affording a vision of grandeur and majesty from the gatehouse to the palace on the summit. The lion seems to have been in a crouching position, represented by its paws, head and shoulders projecting from the rock. To build his kingdom with all these facilities, Kashyapa would have been economically stable. The coins that were unearthed during excavations reveal that at the time of King Kashyapa, foreign trade had been at a very high level. Trade during this era would have been for gems, elephants, spices, etc. Through foreign exchange and friendship, Kashyapa would have been able to economically stabilize with technical assistance coming from the delegates.
The
terrace gardens is at the summit of the rock. The pleasure garden is on the west bank of the rock. Mr. Senaka Bandaranayaka, who excavated this area, says that apart from the two gardens mentioned earlier, there are two more areas found with similar constructions. These are also believed to be water gardens of the palace. These gravings show that there had been buildings built on these rocks. 90% of the buildings are believed to have had no retaining walls and had been open buildings.
Through the paws of the lions are gently sloping rock faces with an ascending gallery and staircase which lead up to the royal palace. This is considered to be the earliest surviving palace in Sri Lanka. There would have been soft carpets laid on these stairways for the king to ascend.